Sean from Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio. Welcome back to another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. We're on a Kenmore Refrigerator. It's a bottom mount. We're already to the back of the unit by the compressor. What I found is that the unit's not cooling, but when I turned it on I could hear it clicking. We already took the back panel out to expose the compressor just to save some time. So what I'm going to do now is remove my overload relay and capacitor. And they should just pull off the compressor. Alright, so that's off. And what I'm going to do with my meter is on the 3 pins of the compressor, I'm going to check them all for continuity. Good, then I'm going to check each leg to see if it's shorted to the ground here. Everything checks out okay electrically on this. So what we're going to do on this one here is install one of the aftermarket universal overload relay kits. Then we'll check operation from that there. First things first, I'm going to get our old relay overload, everything out of the way. I have 2 wires going to it. Disconnect them right there. Those are the 2 wires we're going to splice into for our new aftermarket part. So on this here, it has instructions on the new part on which wire goes where. Put the black wire onto the common pin of the compressor. Our white wire is going to go on the start winding. And then our red wire goes onto the run winding. Then those 2 wires that we had pulled off of our overload relay, I'm going to get those out here. And we're going to cut off the terminals. Strip them back slightly to expose the wire. Do the same with the other one. Now these, they don't matter which wire goes where, but we have our 2 bare wires on our new component, and they supplied us with some wire nuts. And we are just going to wire nut 2 power supply wire here with the power wires on the unit. And do the same thing with the other wire. And then we're going to reuse the old cap. This component has a capacitor built into it, but if we have the old one on there too, it just helps to smooth everything out. And I'm just making sure that the terminals are crimped down. Sometimes I've found that they aren't crimped down tight enough and they don't make a bite on this very well. So we'll slide that in position. Oops, that one's still a little loose. So that's on there now. So everything is wired up. I'm going to take my meter and our common wire that goes onto the compressor. I'm going to put my amp probe around that, and now we're going to go ahead and plug the refrigerator in, and we're going to monitor the amp draw on my meter, and it'll start off high and then it should drop down. So that's the compressor we hear running. Currently my amp draw is right around 1.8 and it's dropping a little bit more, which is normal. And we're going to monitor this for a few minutes just to make sure it stays in the normal range. Okay, our unit's been running for a few minutes now. The amp draw is right where it should be. So we're going to go ahead and just put the back panel back on, push the unit back, and check our controls. Thank you for watching another quality in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.